everybody, and welcome back to Matables, and welcome back to Rustage Day. But it's supposed to be a sad Rustage Day today, because I guess we're doing a sad Rustage song. I don't know for sure, I was just told to be careful, and told to put a little bit of a verbal warning, or a discretion. Be careful, the song is very sad. I don't know what it contains, but if you have sad thoughts, or if you're not in a good mental place, please watch this another time, or not at all. Okay, the first time I've ever told someone in my video to not watch the video. We're gonna go through it, we're gonna react to it, and we're gonna have a great little discussion at some point, I'm sure. But we keep the intro short now, nice and easy and digestible. Otherwise, let's get into it. Again, just in case you skip to this part, this is a next viewer discretion warning. Again, I don't know what this consists of. I just know it's very sad, and people have warned me. Let's see what this is all about. I feel like I'm in a horror game. Watch this all this. There's a jump scare in there. It's nice. It's a nice, like, little play. Oh wait, I was told to not pause it through. Okay, all right. So I promised somebody in the comments. I feel like this is the only one I got from it, that I was supposed to listen to it all the way through once. So I guess I'll do that, and we'll see if you guys like that or not. I like pausing through because I lose my thought, but let's just listen to it, and then I'll talk at the end of it, right?
If you're a younger fan, then I suggest you skip this track. I've danced around the subject, but I've never been this blunt in rap. I'm kind of scared of sharing, but it's something that I need to make a tale of my trauma and a tale of my mistakes. When it all started, I was at a party, been touched by a man that I didn't know. I was a kid and then nobody liked me, so I was surprised after every stroke. Didn't resist, and then after it felt kinda nice, it was fine. I was like, this is easy, I don't need a woman, I might just continue and give this a go. So next I'm online and I'm strolling through Craigslist. I was too young, so I lied about my age. It's clear I was desperate, was full of hatred. Next I was trading these photos, I'm naked. Next thing I'm talking in ways that I shouldn't be. They say they wanna meet up, and then I agree. Thought I was smart at the peak of maturity. Fuck, was I not? I was stupid, I couldn't see her. I entered his house, it was okay. Just gonna touch it, then go away. I take out my clothes and he's locking the door, and I'm starting to panic like no way. The force of his grab pushed me back as he slammed on my body. I couldn't leave. His weight there on top of me, head in the bed, so I couldn't scream. Blinded by pain, I remember the blood and I couldn't see. The feeling of fear as it's driving inside, and I couldn't breathe. Thought I was dead, fuck, I couldn't leave. The moment is carved in my memory, and so there wasn't a day where it wouldn't bleed. Felt like it went on for centuries. It ripped me apart so incessantly. A monster devoid of empathy. But when he finished, exhausted, he fell asleep. He locked every exit but one little window, I think that he maybe forgot. I kept on thinking that I could have died if he didn't leave that one unlocked. I was in shock, I didn't want to tell anyone. I was embarrassed and lost, I was a child, fuck, I was a child. What else could I possibly done? I couldn't run, I couldn't sleep. It kept invading my dreams. It was a living hell, blocked out my sense of smell so I could just have a moment of peace. Crippled by PTSD. I could be triggered by so many things, but the internet made being triggered a meme. Kept it inside, I just wanted to scream. Tortured my mind and it just wouldn't leave. Fucked up my school, fucked up my life. Fucked me right up, I would not go outside. Found myself wishing I could just be normal and breaking down, crying in bed every night. Found myself crying in bed every night. I was a child, fuck, I was a child. I was so scared that I wouldn't survive. Stood in the tracks, I was ready to die. Ready to let it all out. I was done being tortured by this.
Is that the end of it? Jesus. Let's talk on the full screen. That was intense. That was very intense, and it was very, like, I really did not know what this was going to come into when he was, I guess, trauma. I feel like listening to the song through, there was a lot of things I did want to say and I did want to stop for, but I guess I'm still happy I did it the way this was, because I feel like it is nicer to digest this in one whole, at least things kind of that mean this much to him, if that makes sense. But I feel like this song, well, one, it was an excellent song, like structure and like content-wise, I absolutely loved it. Like, I love the format of it. I love his passion into it. I love the music. I love, like, the pauses and the outro was, the whole thing was great, respectively. The message itself is extremely powerful, and that a lot of people can still relate to it. So I'm still happy that this still exists, and he was confident enough to create this, I guess, this message and this kind of experience, and be able to, I guess, broadcast it to people, you know? Because this was very powerful, and you could tell, like, how influential this was on his past and as he is currently, I guess. Just to kind of have that traumatic experience, the trauma, from his past kind of shapes still who he is and how he works and how he kind of views things. It's like, you don't realize how much these kind of memories and these things that happened to you in the past really do reflect even small things, let alone something major like this. I'm lucky enough to not have been in that kind of situation, but I know there's a lot worse people in a lot worse situations as well. So I'm still really happy that, like, if they do have this song for them, I'm sure they're happy that they're not alone in that sense, and they can listen to this feeling like they don't have any kind of power in the situation. But I think this was a very important step for him in his own personal growth to kind of make this so he can kind of, like, one, again, give it out for anybody else, and two, kind of like go face to face kind of with his memories, because sometimes when these things happen to you, like, you kind of, like, what one thing I used to do a lot was kind of just I used to put it in a box and I used to put it away. That's what I used to do, and that was a whole spiel with my family. But, like, it's very important to know what happened to you, and what, like, the more conscious you are of these problems and these situations, these traumatic events, like, the better that you can kind of take it emotionally. It's different per person, but regardless, like, I think it was still a very huge step for him to be able to kind of make this for himself. Otherwise, I love the song, as I think he did an excellent job on it. I think every kind of creative aspect he put into it was a great choice. You know, I think the screaming was nice. I honestly, I think it's really cool when I honestly love when he puts a lot of passion into it. Otherwise, we'll let this sit here. I wish I can kind of explain or kind of indulge a little bit more into what this was, but I did not go through that experience, so it's not my place to say or my place to go. All I can really talk about is what I kind of previously said. But I do love talking about these events. I do love kind of giving people a little bit more of a logical kind of either explanation or a little bit of approach to kind of dealing with problems. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm sorry for if this upset anybody. I put 2 warnings in there just in case. But otherwise, everybody have a fantastic weekend. All right, we're gonna have a happy week next week. All right, I promise. We got some good content coming up next week. Everybody, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Please, all out to Rustage for Rustage Day. All right, this is a very important day, and we love celebrating it for him. He deserves it, and everything that he's went through. All right, so have a great weekend. Everybody, tell Rustage you love him. And I guess talk to you guys Monday, right? That's pretty much easy. All right, whatever. Subscribe to Animals for more reaction content.